Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Kristen Hansen, and this is Goddess Imagine, a transformational yoga and modern metaphysical studio. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to be here and to finally launching my very first yoga video today. This class is entitled, And So It Begins. I created this class for individuals that are getting ready to embark on a journey. Maybe it's something that you've been looking forward to, maybe retirement, opening up your own business, maybe getting ready to travel, or something else that you've been looking forward to. Or perhaps you're getting ready to enter into something that you're not so sure of the result. Either or, this class contains elements and flows that helps to release deeply ingrained trauma and drama from within our mind, body, and spirit to help to build our strength and resolve and to approach this journey with positivity. We'll be doing a seated Savasana for class today, but if you'd like to do reclines, you're more than welcome. If you have any blocks, you can go ahead and grab those, and when you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. To begin, we'll come to sit in Sukhasana, sitting with our feet up underneath us. And we can place our fingertips alongside of our hips here to help us be guided into a tall seat, bringing our shoulders back, stacking the head over the heart, over the hips, holding our stomach in tight, lifting our chin. And then when we're ready, we can release the hands and flip open our palms to the universe. And maybe close our eyes down as we begin to shift our consciousness, as we come into this time and space, this time and place. We step into the spiritual realm from the mundane world. And we take all of our outward energy and direct it inwards towards ourselves. We open up the mind, body, and spirit to infinite possibilities. As we inhale, release the hands, bring them high up overhead, palms come together. Exhale, we come to prayer hands at our chest. Maybe inviting our higher power and spiritual team to join us today. We can also set an intention for today's class. When we're finished, we bow and say, so mote it be. Then we come to rise, open up our eyes, place our hands on our knees for our head turns. And we can turn to the right, looking over our shoulder, right shoulder as far as we comfortably can. And we inhale, slowly rotating our head over to the left. Once we get to the left shoulder, we can exhale and rotate to the right. And then we inhale, bring the eyes forward, lift them up to the sky. Exhale, sink the chin to chest. Inhale, bring the eyes upward as we turn to the left. Exhale as we turn to the right. Inhale, bring the eyes forward, look to the sky. Exhale, sink the chin to chest. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the eyes forward. Exhale, tilt the right ear to the right shoulder. Careful to stay in our tall seat that we're not leaning to the right. We're simply just tilting the head, opening up the left side of the body, maybe closing the eyes down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we bring our head back to center. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, left ear to the left shoulder. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Bring ourselves back to center. Inhale, lift our shoulders all the way up to our ears. Exhale, press the shoulders down. Inhale, lift the shoulders all the way up, up, up. Exhale, square them down. Beautiful. Release our hands, bring our fingertips along our side for our easy pose opening flow. As we inhale, lift the hands up high overhead and working to bring those biceps back to alongside of our ears. And then we exhale, bring the arms down. Inhale, lift the arms all the way high. Exhale, we bring them down. Left hand goes on the mat. We inhale, right bicep to the right ear. And careful to keep our ear aligned with the left shoulder. We don't want to have our head coming forward. We want to keep the head back. And then we exhale, bring the arm down. Inhale, lift the arms high. Exhale, bring them down. Right hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Left bicep to the left ear. Exhale, bring the arm down. Inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale as we turn to the right, bring the hands down for our twist. Rolling open the right shoulder to open up the chest. We use our left hand to help guide us into our twist and to also stay in a tall seat. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful. Lift the hands up over high as we inhale. Exhale, rotate to the left, bring the hands down. Roll the left shoulder open. This time the right hand helps to guide us into our twist. As we sit up tall, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, bring the hands up high overhead. Exhale, coming forward from the hips, we float the fingertips to the ground. Once we're here, walk our hands out as far as we can and lower our crown to the ground. We pause here for a breath. Then we walk our hands back to we're in upright position. Uncross your legs and cross them in the opposite direction if you're able. If not, you can keep them where they're at. That's fine too, and we can work into that. Then again, bringing our hands alongside of our hips, sitting in a tall seat. We inhale, lift the hands up high. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, lift them all the way up, bringing those biceps back. Exhale, lower them down. Right hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Left bicep to the left ear. Exhale, bring the arm down. Inhale, lift our hands high. Exhale, lower them down. Left hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Right bicep to the right ear. Exhale, we bring it down. Inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Turn to the left as we exhale, bring the hands down. Roll our left shoulder open. Right hand helps to deepen our twist. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Inhale. Bring our hands up high as we turn to the right. Exhale, bring the hands down. Roll the right shoulder open as the left hand guides us into our twist. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, float the fingertips down to the ground. Once we're here, walk them out in front of us and then lower our crown to the ground. Walk our hands back to an upright position. Then we untuck the left leg, untuck the right, and then give them both a little bit of a shake. Bend the left knee, bring the inside of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh and extend the toes upward. Option to keep a bend in the knee if that's more comfortable for you. As we press into the legs, bring the hands up high overhead. We turn to the right, exhale, forward fold over the right leg. Coming forward from the hips, careful not to drop our shoulders. I want to take a moment to open up the backs of our legs to prepare for our practice. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Walk our hands back up, and then we inhale, lift the hands high overhead. Exhale, forward fold to the right. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Walk ourselves back up. Then we untuck the left leg, give them a shake. This time, bend the right knee, bring the inside of the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Flex our toe up to the sky as we inhale, lift the hands up high, turn to the left, exhale, forward fold. Now you may notice you have more or less flexibility on one side than on the other, and that's okay. We build it up over time. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Walk our hands back up, then we inhale, lift the hands high. Exhale, forward fold to the left. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk ourselves all the way up. Untuck the right leg and give them a shake, coming into our modified seated straddle. Widen the feet as far as you comfortably can and still sit upright. If you feel yourself slumping forward, then widen the feet in just a little bit. Again, option to keep a bend in the knee if that's more comfortable for you. We inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, we come over the mat, working to bring the nose to the ground. And we let our hands rest where they lay. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Slide our hands up our legs as we inhale. Lift the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Slide our hands all the way to a sitting upright. Tuck the feet up underneath you and then return to face the top of the mat. Once we're here, come up and over into a tabletop position. And I'm taller, so I'm going to bring myself down a little bit more to the second half of my mat here. We bring our knees underneath our hips, hands underneath our shoulders, and we're working to press into all four corners of our palms. Now, if you have arthritis like I do, then your hands tend to creep up. We want to be mindful that we try to press into the whole palm, because if we just end up using our wrists like this, we can end up with more injury. So we want to work to flatten those hands to the best of our ability. Roll the elbow eyes forward as we come to a neutral spine. For our cat-cows, we lower the stomach, lift the head and tail high as we inhale. Exhale, press into the mat, round our spine up to the sky. Inhale, we lower down into cow. Exhale, lift high into cat. Inhale, we lower the stomach, shine the heart forward. Exhale, round the spine high. Inhale, dip low into cow. Exhale, rise high into cat. Beautiful. One more round. Inhale, drop the stomach, shine the eyes forward. Exhale, round the spine high. Beautiful. Come back to a neutral spine for our side arm raise. Starting with our right hand, reach underneath us as far as you can on the inhale. And then we gently float our fingertips all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring our hand down to the mat. One more time, reach under as we inhale. Float the fingertips all the way up to the sky. This time we pause here and exhale. Opening up the chest just a little bit more. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And bring our hand back down to the ground. Beautiful. Changing sides to the left. Reach underneath us as we inhale. Float the fingertips all the way up to the sky. Exhale, we bring them back down to the ground. Reaching underneath, we inhale. Lift our hands all the way up. Pause as we exhale here. Opening up the chest just a little bit more. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then we bring our hand back down to the mat. Beautiful. Widen out our knees to the edge of the mat as we inhale. Exhale, send the hips back for wide-legged child's pose. If it's uncomfortable for your knees to be this wide at this time, we can bring them back in for traditional child's pose, or you can place a block underneath your backside to help give you a little bit more support, whatever feels best to you. Then once we widen our knees or get in our position, we walk our hands out long in front of us. Extending the hands out. Once we're here, roll the fingertips out and press each finger into the mat. Hold the stomach in tight as we let the body fall into this pose. And we ask that any negativity, any negative person, place, or thing that is surrounding this particular journey that we're ready to go on, we release that negativity out into the universe for our highest good. So mote it be. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we inhale, come to rise, bring the knees together. Exhale, shift the hips forward into upward facing dog. Pressing into the palms, roll the elbow eyes forward as we bring the shoulders down away from our ears. Breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Then we inhale, send the hips back, widen out the knees. Exhale, wide-legged child's pose. Walk the hands out in front of us and roll the fingertips out into the mat. Hold the stomach tight as we press into each of our fingers, letting ourselves fall into the mat. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we inhale, come to rise, bring the knees together. Exhale, shift it forward into upward facing dog. Pressing into the palms, roll the shoulders back, eyes are shining forward. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, bring ourselves back to tabletop position. Turn the toes down and exhale, bring the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Slowly bring each heel to the mat as we lift the heel, lower it to the mat. Maybe your heels touch, maybe they don't. Some will, some don't. Mine never have to this point. That's okay. We work within our limits to what we have. Opening up the backs of our legs, and then we come to a moment of stillness here for a second. Then we step up about a half a foot space, bend the knees, bring the eyes forward to the top of the mat for the one day that we leap to the top of the mat like the big girls do. But for now, we'll stretch out the spine and then gingerly walk up to the top of the mat, casually. Keeping our fingertips connected, root the heels down as we inhale, lift the hands up high overhead, root to rise. Exhale, bring our arms down, mountain pose. Coming into 2 rounds of Sun Salutations. If you want to use your blocks, you can go ahead and grab those. When we do Sun Salutations, we come down, we can use the blocks to help us to come into forward fold, lift up into halfway lift. Feel free to take as much bend in the knees as you need in your practice. Your practice is all about you. We come to stand tall, feet are underneath the hips. Bring the shoulders back, hold the stomach in tight, lift the chin, lift the chest. Take a moment to ground ourselves to the mat. Then we inhale, bend the knees, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold to the ground. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down at the mat, step back with our right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank, drop the knees down. Exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Press into our hands as we inhale, lift to cobra. Bring the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, we come to the mat. Press up into plank as we inhale. Downward facing dog as we exhale. Walk up to the top of the mat or we inhale. Step up with the right foot. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring the hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold to the ground. You got this. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank, drop down to our knees. Exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Inhale, roll up to cobra, drop the shoulders down. Exhale, we come to the mat. Press up into plank as we inhale. Downward facing dog as we exhale. Inhale, walk up or step up with our left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring the hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold to the ground. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with the right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now here comes a change up. We're going to inhale, come forward to plank, depending upon your level. We can drop to the knees to chaturanga or shift forward on our toes and chaturanga the whole body down to the mat. Inhale, we come up to cobra. Exhale, lay it down. Press up into plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Inhale, step up with our right foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring the hands up high overhead. Last round. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold down. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we come forward to plank, your choice. Exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Inhale, we lift up to cobra. Exhale, we lower down. Inhale, press up into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step up with the left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, come to halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring the hands up high overhead. Exhale, mountain pose. Beautiful. We step back down into downward facing dog. We pause here to take a breath and rebalance ourselves for our standing poses. As we inhale, step up with the right foot to the top of the mat to a warrior one base. Spiral that back foot at a 45-degree angle. We can place a block alongside of our foot here. And as we exhale, we bring the hands up high overhead into warrior one. Bring the left shoulder forward and the right shoulder back, squaring our hips or squaring our shoulders and our hips to the top of the mat. Sometimes we have to reach down and do a gentle adjust. And then bring our hands up high overhead. Lift the chin, lift the chest as we connect with that warrior aspect of ourselves. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we inhale, drop the left arm. As we exhale, open up into warrior two. Extend the arms out long, drop the shoulders down. Lift the chin, lift the chest. Look down our right hand as we breathe in. Exhale, we breathe out. Flip the palm as we inhale, come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palm, we come back to reverse. Exhale, we come down into extended side angle. Right elbow just nudges that right thigh open a little bit more as we pull that left shoulder back. Lift the chin, lift the chest. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we inhale, come to rise. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, we come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, standing T. Shift to the right on the inhale. Exhale, we come down into triangle pose. Option to use our block here, or if you don't have one, we can use our shin. You can keep the eyes to the ground if you feel shaky, and then over time we lift our eyes to the sky. Breathe in, breathe out. Then we inhale, come to rise. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the palm, ease back to reverse warrior. Then we exhale, circle the arms all the way down to a low lunge. Move our block out of the way. Place our left hand on the mat as we breathe in. Rotate the right arm up as we breathe out. Coming into revolve lunge. Press into that whole foot as we twist deep at the waist, wringing out any negativity in our body. Look up at our hand. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. You got this. Inhale. Drop the right hand down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then we inhale, shift forward for our vinyasa. Take our push-up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we inhale, step up with the left foot to the top of the mat. Spiral the back foot forward. And you can place the block here if you need one. And then we exhale, bring ourselves up into warrior one. Square the hips and the shoulders to the top of the mat. Lift the chin, lift the chest, and pull those biceps back. Beautiful. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we inhale, drop the right arm as we turn and come into warrior two, pivoting that back foot to parallel the back of the mat. Drop the shoulders down, lift the chin, lift the chest. Gaze out over our left hand, breathe in, and we breathe out. Flip the palm as we inhale, come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, we come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Using that left arm to nudge that knee open just a little bit, and we pull that right shoulder back. Lift the chin and lift the chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, we come to rise. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the palm, we come back to reverse on the inhale. Exhale, standing T. Shift to the left as we breathe in. Drop down into triangle pose as we breathe out. Option to use the block on the left. Never be afraid to use a block if you need one. I do sometimes. Depends on where I'm at with my feet. Float your eyes to where they're most comfortable. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we inhale, come to rise. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the palm as we inhale, come back to reverse. Exhale, circle the hands down to the mat. Move our block out of the way. Place the right hand on the mat as we breathe in. Rotate the left arm out as we breathe out. Press into that whole foot as we twist at the waist, working to stack our shoulders. Look up at your hand. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, bring our left hand to the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, we come forward to plank. Lower down to our push-up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then we come down to our knees, send the hips back, and to our child's pose. Well done, ladies. Well done. I'm so proud of you. And we stay here for a breath just to
rebalance our body and begin to absorb everything we've learned so far. And we walk our hands up as we come to sit on our mat. Bring our legs out in front of us for our seated forward fold and our cool down. You might want to give yourself a little bit of space on the mat here for our half Lord of the Fishes pose. But as we come to sit again, bring our fingertips alongside of us to help us come to a tall seat, flexing the toes upward. Option to bend the knees if you feel it. Then we inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, coming from the hips, forward fold. We stay here for a breath, just letting the body open when it's hot. Slide our hands up our thighs as we inhale, lift the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Just be yourself on the mat, activating your divine feminine energy, connecting to your inner goddess element, becoming that brave, bold badass that we are. Then we walk our hands back to an upright position, bending the right knee. Bring your right foot as close as you can to the midline of your body, and then rotate the right arm behind you. Flexing the left toes up as we inhale. Take the left hand, wrap it around your right leg, pull it close to your body. As you exhale, lift the chest and turn to look over your shoulder. Turn as far as you comfortably can. Breathe in, breathe out. Release our left arm, release the right leg, bring our hands up high overhead on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Walk our hands back upright this time. Bend the left knee, bring the left heel as close as we can to the midline. Rotate the left arm behind us. On the inhale, take the right hand, wrap around the left knee. As we exhale, lift the chest and turn to look over our shoulder. Flex the right toe upwards. Breathe in and breathe out. Release the right hand, release the left leg, bring our hands up high overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Walk our hands back up for our boat pose. Bring our feet flat to the mat. And we're going to work to find that curvy part of our backside. I don't have one. I got a bony butt. Maybe yours is better. Place the hands behind your knees. And as we inhale, gently pull back on your thighs to bring the shins parallel to the mat. Now, we can exhale and stay here, or release the hands and bring the eyes upward as we exhale. Your choice. We can even close our eyes down as we stay in our boat pose, firing up that core of our body, beginning to build or rebuild that inner strength. Getting ready to power ourselves up for whatever it is that we're about to embark on. Allowing ourselves to feel positive about our venture. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Bring our hands down around behind our knees. Lower the feet to the mat. Reach down, adjust your backside. Let your knees fall towards the side of the mat as you bring the feet together and work to bring the heels close to your body. Bring the outside edges of your feet together as close as you can. Then on the inhale, wrap your hands around the toes, interlace the fingers, pull the shoulders away from the ears as you bring the eyes forward. That's on the inhale. On the exhale, press the outer edges of the feet together and let the knees fall towards the mat. Bring the eyes forward as we lift the chin, lift the chest, hold the stomach in tight. We take a moment to close our eyes down. And we open our eyes, release the hands, bring the feet back flat to the floor, and we bring the knees together. Wrap the right hand, wrap the left arm around us, and give ourselves a little bit of a hug. I'm so proud of you for joining my class today. That was a bold and brave move just to do something different. And I know that whatever you're going in life, whatever you're about ready to do, that you will be able to handle this beautifully. Whatever it is we face, we can do it with power and strength. Give yourself a nice big squeeze and tell yourself something extraordinarily positive about you. When we're done, we release the hands and we turn to face the side of the mat for our seated Savasana. If you'd like, we can maybe move our blocks to the back of the mat here. Keep our work area nice and neat. As we turn to face me here, or if you want to do reclined Savasana, you are more than welcome to. Again, we take our hands alongside of our hips, coming into a tall seat. And then when we feel ready, stacking our head over our heart, over our hips, release the hands, open the palms to the universe as we come into our seated Savasana, sitting in Sukhasana. Close our eyes down. As we take a moment just to absorb everything that we've learned in our class. Maybe you had an awareness or awakening, maybe a thought or an idea. And we want to work to remember those things. Yoga is powerful with healing and helping to bring us messages from the divine to help us do what we're intending to do. And as we sit here together in Savasana today, I invite you to think about this new journey that you're about to face. How can you best prepare? And how can you make the absolute most out of the experience? Absorbing all of the wisdom, all of the knowledge that you'll be learning on this journey. And trying to keep that positive upper level sense about it. And we can think about that here for a moment as we sit. And then we come back from the here and now. Of course, you're welcome to stay as long as you'd like. For the rest of us, we come back to the here and now, bringing with us everything that we've learned from this experience. As we bring our hands to prayer hands at our chest, we bow to each other and say namaste. That the yogi in me recognizes and honors the yogi in you.
Then we come to rise, open up our eyes, place our hands on our knees, and that concludes our class. Thank you so much for joining me. And I know whatever direction you're about to go in, I know that you're going to be able to make the absolute most out of this experience. And something I recommend is doing this practice every day over the next 7 days. Through my own yoga experience, I've learned that it takes more than one time to do a class to fully get the full benefit of the class. So I invite you over the next 7 days, wake up every morning, grab your mat, grab your gear, and do this practice. And over those days, you begin more confident. We begin to see more grace, more elegance and excellence on the mat. And also we begin to lift your positivity and your desire to face whatever it is we're going into with positive resolve. Thank you very much, everybody. It was such a pleasure to be here today. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Brightest blessings. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone, and thank you.